Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Sooners will kick it away to start us off. Coming out with it, it's Peoples. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. From the gun, the ground game. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. He's got it on the right. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback D go in the other direction.
Back to pass, it's St. Clair. Quick strike complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball in the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
To the air on 1st down. The short hands, it's Smith. On the move at the 30. Turning it on. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll run it on 1st and goal. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
We know a lot of offenses like to script their opening 10 plays going into games. They practice it over and over and over again throughout the week. And you just saw flawless execution on the opening drive by the offense. A nice job mixing in pass and run, getting different guys involved here early. They cap it off with a nice run late. What a great job to take control of this game. And the offense, they've got it moving now.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking downfield on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And the dive and the grab along the right sideline.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
Back to pass. He's got an open man. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. And you think about great Oklahoma receivers recently, guys like CeeDee Lamb, Sterling Shepard, Hollywood Brown. DBs gave them so much cushion because they were afraid they were going to get run by, and I think that's how defenses treat this guy too. With his speed and his playmaking ability, he scares you to death, and that cushion helps him out tremendously.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown Sooners! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. Extra point here will tie the game. That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something you're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought... the end zone, he'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Leaves it with the back. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Quarterback making adjustments. Looking for a man. It's St. Clair. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. Quick completion on the out. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
Wants to go up top. Finds the tight end. There he goes. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw, because he put it out in front of this big man. He was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Looking for room. It's White.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
And the Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll keep it on the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Looking to throw at St. Clair. Quickly out to the tight end. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Trying to do it on the ground. Brings him to the open. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And in these situations, you're never looked at poorly, right? You can go for these situations because it's a really long field goal, so it's not a guaranteed make, or I can be aggressive offensively, and I like the choice. Be aggressive, get the first down. Nice job by the offense.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12, and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska, once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I tell you from experience.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Robinson.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Quickly to the tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big game, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Looking to throw again. It's caught downfield. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Really nice job threading the needle on that pass. They've got a lot of dudes that were able to do that in Norman, Oklahoma. Josh Heupel, Jason White, Sam Bradford, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts. The names go on and on and on. Hurting you in the passing game with their vision, with their accuracy. This guy, I tell you, he fits right in this Oklahoma offense.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And that is a huge touchdown for the offense and also a big momentum shifter in this game because now if they kick the extra point, they tie this game, anything could happen.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Purdue is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Purdue, Pete, isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by a field goal over the Rebels. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Using his legs, it's Peoples. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger, and you can tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. And the incomplete pass had a lot of juice on it.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. The offense changing the play. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Robinson. Oh, he's got some space. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Line gets set. 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Robinson. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He'll throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Robinson. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Grabbed over the middle, it's Robinson. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying.
Touchdown Sooners! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. To the air, it's St. Clair. Here comes the heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on first down. Got a man. It's Thomas. He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Sooners in a good spot here with second and short. From the gun. Give on the inside. Hard running there. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Second down, he'll throw it. Dances away to buy time. Makes the grab. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Another big play for this Sooner receiver, dare I say, Hollywood-esque.
Hollywood is right, and that's one guy that comes to mind, by the way. But this offense, it just does what it does. No matter the name, no matter the coach, whoever it is, it's going to be high-flying, it's going to be fast-paced, and it's going to be really good.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Kearney.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Turning it on. And out of bounds right at the 12-yard line.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense.
Touchdown, Oklahoma! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's not going to take the touchback. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. Nice pickup on the return there. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Might be calling a hot route. Off the play fake on first down. He's going for a big play downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And I think that right there has been one of the biggest stories of this game so far. The reason this team trails is they can't get one of their best players the football in the passing game. This guy's a weapon. He eats defenses alive each and every week and has yet to make one catch in this game.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Good play call offensively, and that's the right place to go with the football if you're the quarterback, but just a better job by the defender knocking that ball down.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Bringing the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, there's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
And the Buckeyes line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Punt is on its way. Here's the return. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Start this drive going to the air. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
They'll run the screen. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the third. Welcome to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, home of the Panthers, in a program built on the backs of legends like Tony Dorsett, Hugh Freed, Mark May, and Mike Ditka, given the toughness that is a